To your favorite entertainment room that will be dishing out the latest trends. If you're a new labby, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and don't forget to comment your thoughts at the end of the video and give it a thumbs up.
Flabba's family is not happy at all. They want the documentary's proceedings to go to his kids. Sindisiwe Manqela's interview on podcast and chill left a bittersweet taste on people's tongues. She spoke about Flabba's murder in bits and pieces, but promised that she would speak in more details in her documentary. When asked about the murder by host Mac G and Sol Penduka, she hesitated to divulge any info and said she'd speak about it in detail. I quote, "I'm going to talk about it in the documentary, I told you. We were drunk and tempers were high. We had gone out and we got intoxicated, and there was a bit of jealous here and there. From his side, of course. You know, like these drunk fights. It just escalated and things were said. We were saying horrible things to each other. It ended up it took a wrong turn," she says. Flabba's family is not impressed by this, and so they slammed her. In an interview with City Press, his brother Tepang told publications that they know nothing about the documentary and they last spoke to Sindisiwe when she got released. I quote, he said, "We were not informed of any documentary. We were found out on the podcast like everyone else. We had not been approached by any documentary and we have not been in contact with her since she was released in parole." He then clearly stated that the earnings of this documentary should go to his children. I quote, "I don't want to hear anything about this documentary they're doing, but if they want to use Nkululego's name, they must make sure the money goes to his children. Then we will pay attention to them. For now, we know nothing about this documentary. I only heard about it when my mother showed me a link. If Sindisiwe was going to make a lot of money from my brother's name, she must just not forget about his children." In an interview with Sunday World, Flabba's mother said Sindisiwe tried to make things right between them. I quote, she said, "Cindy invited me to Sun City about 2 years ago saying she wanted to ask for forgiveness and she had invited cameras to document our conversation. This is when I said no to any documenting. Not then and not in the future until she comes clean about what really happened," she said. "We went on heart to heart without cameras and I specifically asked what kind of a person Nkululeko was, and she said he was loving and a nurturing person, and that she was telling me that because the lawyer told her what to say in court, that is why I insisted she should tell the truth about the night she killed my son," she said. "If anyone was in a better position to tell Nkululeko's story, it is myself, because I've known him from birth and know his character. He was not a fighter, neither would he shout at a person. I just wonder what she's planning to say about my son without my concern, knowing that I rejected the documentary idea from the onset." Nkululeko's mother doesn't want anything to do with this documentary. In her interview, she continued to say, "I don't want to do a documentary on Nkululeko because the story hurts so much. I've been through so much in and out of hospitals to date. Cindy was always obsessed with Nkululeko and my neighbors would highlight this. After hearing the news of his murder, I thought of this, and this is why I say she should tell me the truth as his mother, and I don't want surprises in this documentary."